So my father is the founder of Global Foods Trading. He came here to Germany in the early 80s. And the business grew since then because migration grew from Indians to Germany. And we expanded our business over the years to different countries such as Barcelona, Paris, UK, Netherlands, and also Munich. And so in these places, we have now 6 distribution hubs with approximately 9,000 customers, 250 employees, and approximately 3,000 products. Products are not only from India, they're also from other countries such as Pakistan, there's from Sri Lanka, or also Thailand. Originally, the business started from brands from UK, which grew, but then obviously we started importing from India directly, and we started importing brands such as Haldiram, MDH, Gits. These are such kind of brands what we started with, and then obviously we expanded our business with brands such as Dabur, Pran, and you can name it. The companies, the large companies who are there in India, we are working with them and distributing those brands in Europe. Definitely the largest demand for, if we speak about Indian products, then it is basmati rice. So basmati rice is the most important one. It is being consumed whether it is in the households or in the restaurants majorly, and that takes the biggest part of it. Then the big part comes with lentils and spices. After that, you can speak about snacks such as Haldiram. So there are Indian sweets available, but not produced in India, produced rather in the UK. So companies like Haldiram, they are producing in UK. There is a good demand here, and there can be an even bigger demand here, but the problem is that you can't export from India and import into the EU. So there is definitely a demand there for interesting products being produced in Europe with European milk, so to say, and consumed by the Indians or Europeans. Yes, it is already. I mean, Germany is the let's say market leader for vegan products in Europe itself, and there are many products already available here in hypermarket stores which are only selling organic or vegan food. The demand of vegan products from India is definitely there, but what I've seen is that there are huge quality differences between products being produced in India versus products being produced in Germany. It's just the taste, the consistency, the smell, the structure. These products are still not up to the market. What is being distributed here or being produced here. So there needs to be some work done, and definitely when we are in Indusfood and we will be looking for those products, we'll be tasting them and having a look at it, and then definitely there's a huge demand and a growing demand in all over Europe. So there are ready-to-eat meals available, such as MTR, Haldiram, who are producing those kind of meals, exporting them, and those products are being distributed in ethnic stores. So some students or ITler who are working in IT companies, they prefer these kind of products for a quick meal. In terms of Europeans starting eating Indian food from those retort pouches, that is not a great success. So it's not a huge market. These products are there, but it's not a growing market, so to say. So what it is very slowly growing and a pretty small market. So, but what we see is a great potential in the market. What is growing here in continental Europe a lot and is already evolved in UK is the chilled market, chilled products. So here again, exporting chilled products from India does not make sense. So it is again here producing. But in terms of ready meals, these ready meals have been there in the market since more than 10-15 years, and they've been growing very slowly, so to say. So for frozen food, I see a great demand, a bigger demand, but the infrastructure is not yet set. So in continental Europe, the biggest problem is that most of the shops are pretty small. They don't have the space, nor do they invest into the right infrastructure to keep those products so that those products are available. But where I see a great potential in terms of it, this will evolve. It will take some time, another 10 years. And maybe our companies have to also work on it and work closely with those shops. But where I'm seeing a great potential for frozen food delivery is in online, where these products can be, offered and supplied to the end consumers. So we are also having a company which we started 2 years ago, and already we've grown it to a big level in terms of online business for Indian food for the Indian diaspora in Germany and Netherlands. So we try to work closely with the manufacturers that less plastic or materials are being used what are not sustainable, and more paper or carton based packagings are being used, so that those can be then reused and have not only one life cycle, have 7-8 life cycles. So we've been doing this, for example, just to give you an example, we've been doing it, and that's a law here, by the way, in beer with Kingfisher. So Kingfisher beer is not being exported from India and being distributed here. It is being produced here in special recyclable bottles, what have a minimum recyclable life of 5 to 6 times. So these and there's a proper system here where you have to pay extra for those bottles, and then you get the money back from the supermarket when you recycle them. So we are doing a lot in those fields. So non-basmati is definitely picking up. Products like soda masuri rice, poni rice, they are having an increasingly demand. Reason is because the migration into Europe of Indians are also many Indians who are coming from those regions who are used to this rice. So these people, they prefer this kind of rice, and they are also consuming this rice. So this demand is increasing. In basmati, we've seen a change in the last, let's say, 20 years ago, it was traditional basmati rice. It has changed to extra long basmati rice. That is the 1121 grain, which is being used preferably in restaurants and also for consumers because it's a beautiful long grain. It looks good. So these are the main variants, but also we see a huge demand increasing in jasmine rice also. Generally in total, you see an increase in rice because it is just a more healthier option versus flour products. So you can't reinvent the wheel, right? So there's not going to be another rice variety, or it's not going to be another new spice what will come up. I think what is important is that generally the demand for Indian food in the world is there because most of the Indian food what is there is healthy and is a more vegetarian option, and the entire world is moving towards that because it is at the end a better option for your body. So India being such a huge country with 1.3 billion people is definitely influencing the world right now with food. So I think generally for India it will be a challenge that products are according to the guidelines what needs to be there in the markets. It has to be compliant, and those products have to be offered in that way. So I think this is something what needs to be done. Otherwise, I don't see a completely new trend coming up right now in the market. Yeah, I think we are just looking forward meeting our existing suppliers, our new suppliers. We are looking forward sitting down with them, discussing these problems what we just discussed, or also the trends, and working closely with them. And I'm looking for a good fair, and we hope to meet new suppliers and increase business and do more business together.